I'm the youngest. And I am 45 years old and proud of it, and a grandma. And I was just looking at my life, and there's probably only been maybe 10 to 15 years that I didn't live with my mother and my father. I grew up with them, and they lived in my house. And I thought this wouldn't be as hard because when my mom passed, it was hard. But I always had that dad. So now, he's gone. So I just want to say thank you to everybody that's been of a support to myself, been of a support to my dad and my mom when she was living. And I just want everybody to know that you are truly loved. And one thing that my pastor said is always gives me comfort is absent from the body, present with the Lord. Amen. My dad was saved, so I'm not grieving for my father. I miss my father because he was my father and he's not going to be here any longer, but there's no grief in my heart for him. Amen. And I don't want anybody here to grieve because he was comfortable at the end. He's comfortable at the end. And remember, as long as you're saved, we all live trying to be good, trying to be kind, and the only way we get to heaven is through death. Yeah. And my dad is in heaven with my mom. And the running joke is, he's up there arguing with my mom. I would say thank you. And this is a homegoing, so we should be happy, not sad.
Everybody, I'm Brian. Most of y'all know me. I just want to say that this man right here was like a father. Day one, I can remember him. They would drive a truck from the block to the house. Buying me shoes, just anything that I needed. This is my support right here. I just want to say he's going to be missed, not just by me, but by a lot of people. So I just want to tell everybody that came out, thank you all for supporting me and the family while they were trying to do That's about it.
No problem.
Hello, everybody. I'm Chacolo. I'm John Jones' daughter. He couldn't be here with us today, but he did want me to read something for him on his behalf. He asked that I usually get him stand up here to represent him. I'm going to be reading from 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 4 through, actually I'm going to read 4 through 13. Love is patient and kind. Love does not envy or boast. It is not arrogant or rude. It does not insist on its own way. It is not irritable or resentful. It does not rejoice at wrongdoings, but rejoices with the truth. Love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, and endures all things. Love never ends. As for prophecies, they will pass away. As for tongues, they will cease. As for knowledge, it will pass away. For we know in part, and we prophesy in part. But when the perfect comes, the partial will pass away. When I was a child, I spoke like a child. I thought like a child. I reasoned like a child. When I became a man, I gave up childish ways. For now we see in a mirror dimly, but then face to face. Now I know in part, then I shall know fully, even as I have been fully known. So know faith, hope, and love abide, these three, but the greatest of these is love. wasn't going to say anything, but if Coco can do it, I think I can too. But Grandpa was my father. I don't know what I'm going to do without him. But he was very peaceful at the end. I'm lost for words because I can't express them. It's going to be very hard for me. You don't see me, I'll be in my room watching TV like Grandpa did all day long when I'm off work. Or you'll find me on the couch. That is my dad.
Stefan is my daughter, and she speaks the truth. My dad basically has had her ever since she was a little girl. My dad and my mom. So my dad and my mom actually raised her. So everything that she said, that's why she's taking it so hard. But God will comfort you during this time, okay? And I also would just, my name's Merlin, and I also would just like to thank everyone for all your support. My JCPenney's Round family, thank you for coming. And I know some of you still got to go to work, but thank you for coming. But I'd like to thank everyone, you know, again, for all your support.
I'm Michelle, I think the oldest grandmother, and my grandfather's brother just said to me, I know you were with your grandfather all the time. And I was. What I realized is that he was with me when I married. Every day he took me to school, brought me home. When I went to college, he was with me. I don't know that I was with him, but he was with me. You all may wonder about this KU paraphernalia. Yeah, I remember he was with me. He took me to college. He packed me up, took his truck, and we drove down there. He unpacked me, and when I got settled, he looked at my mom and him got ready to go. And he said, come on. And my mom said, we're not leaving her? And he said, we're leaving her? I said, yeah, you just unpacked me. That's typical of my grandfather. All of my friends know my grandfather. Whenever I'd come home, I went to his house. I stopped there first. He'd follow me to the car, and I'd say, Daddy, I have gas. He'd follow me to the car and look at my gas gauge to make sure that I had gas. Again, he was with me, and you know, people say I was with him all the time. He will be missed. I know all of his stories. I know all his stories. Yeah. Most of them. And I'm normally the one repeating his stories. And my husband knows his stories and my children. He was a wonderful man. He leaves a wonderful legacy. He will truly be missed because he was truly loved. Amen.
Hello, everyone. I'm Michael Murphy. I'm a Jones.
And I got so many memories, but I'm gonna just have Grandpa's voice and my mom the whole time when I used to just be out. And soon when it get dark, he used to come on the porch and just yell, Terrence, Michael. And soon when we hear that, we knew it was just time to come home, and all our friends knew it too.
Don't do this, Grandpa.
Get up here. I decided to say what I wanted to say. I am next to the oldest grandchild. That's my distinction. I'm not the last, but I'm the next. So you're always trying to get in where you can fit in. Right. And so being with a lot of grandchildren, everybody kind of has their niche that they get with their grandfather. And my sister has to remind me, I'm old, I'm out of those mine, I'm 2 years younger. We close to that. But my sister always had to remind me is, why did Daddy take us to school every day? Why we went to the candy store? And I didn't realize, my sister was like, we lived with them for years. I said, oh, is that why he did all those things? I had no idea. And all I can remember is that he took us to, it was the penny candy store every day. Even as I got older, then we found our niche. Come on, Michelle, the duplexes. She wouldn't go. We was out there cutting grass. We'd go at 6 o'clock in the morning, and we'd be kids, to cut some grass with our grandfather. We did that faithfully. Kim said the other day that she knew where the duplexes were. I had no idea. She said, oh, I saw the duplexes the other day. And even the dumping, when we did the illegal dumping, I'm telling you, buddy. I'm telling you, buddy.